Games happen on 11th Wednesday. The first game is the Pistons beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 135-118 at home. Anthony Edwards, due to the blowout, the minute was a bit low. Why did he play only 24? Did he get ejected or something? Even though it was a blowout, D'Lo played 37 minutes. Again, Anthony Edwards, D'Lo, you got to think about selling them high before Cat comes back. That's always the thing. D'Lo, especially D'Lo, Edwards to an extent as well. They've been playing too well without Cat, offensively especially. Austin Rivers had a decent game, 3 steals and a block. I don't think he's relevant. This game, we have Kyle Anderson out the last minute. So Austin Rivers coming played close to 30 minutes. He's not really fantasy relevant. Kyle Anderson is the guy is a must roster. So even though he's out, we got to have him until Cat comes back. Rudy Gobert had 14 rebounds and 2 steals, no blocks surprisingly, and Jaden McDaniels had no defensive stats. Well, versus the Pistons, you would think that they're getting more. Jaden Ivey, this game weirdly played 40 minutes. His minutes has been up and down. Some nights he plays 29. This game he played 40 and he had a decent game. Again, like bad efficiency, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, but 8 assists and 3 steals and 18 points is a good game for him. Killian Hayes had 18 points and 9 assists as well. Killian Hayes is a must roster player. You want to have Killian Hayes over Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey is not a must roster player. Nerlens Noel keeps starting, so I think as long as Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart gonna be out, we could stream him. He had 3 steals and 4 blocks. That's huge. And Bojan Bogdanovic, 27 points. Yep, 5 threes, a steal and block. I just don't know how. This team is not going anywhere. He's kind of a veteran. Why is he starting and playing? Take such high usage as well. Sadiq Bey, great game, 31 points. Enjoy it while you can, with all the guys out. The next game, the Chicago Bulls lost to the Washington Wizards 97-100. This is a bad loss for them. DeRozan's going to be out for maybe 1 or 2 more games. So Zach LaVine is going to eat. Went 4 for 7 from the free throw line, but everything else is really good. Last week or two, Zach LaVine has been really, really good. That's what we want to see out of him. 38 points with 4 threes and 2 steals, 5 rebounds. A little bit sell high, maybe after a game or two if you can. If you can get a top 30 player back for him, Zach LaVine this year, I don't think he's going to end up in the top 30. So if you can get, guys in that area, like you can get a Fran VanVleet for sure. Fran VanVleet is going to be better than him. It's going to be hard, But let's say he has a great week without DeRozan. Maybe those trades could happen. Vucevic, 15 and 10 with 5 assists and 2 blocks. Great. With DeRozan out, Vucevic should also benefit offensively a little bit. Patrick Williams, we could also stream him. He's gotta have 30 plus minutes tonight. And Caruso started. He's a must roster if he gets 30 minutes. 28 minutes, yeah, we gotta have him. As long as his minutes is high. He's give him 30 minutes, he's gonna get you 2 steals, 5 assists, maybe a block, right? Won't really hurt you. And he's a really low field goal guy, but Ayo Downson will play 30. Just very mediocre numbers. He has the minutes, but just not really doing much. And would you look at Danny Advia? Played 35 minutes, had 20 rebounds. He's a good rebounder. Did not expect that. 9 points in 20. Nothing else. But the minutes is for him. It's so up and down. It's hard. My strategy would just be if the Wizards got a good schedule coming out, and also Porzingis is out this game. A bunch of guys were out. What's that guy's name? Daniel Gafford also out. So Taj Gibson, my God, this guy is still in the league. Played 25. He's not fantasy relevant, but good to see this guy still in the league. He used to be Tom Thibodeau's favorite child. Now on the Wizards, play 25 minutes. But Danny Advia, if you have a good schedule, if the Wizards got a good schedule, if they got 3 games in 4 nights, obviously he's a top choice to stream. Corey Kispert played just 25 minutes with 2 personal fouls. Not fantasy relevant, as I said a few times before. Kyle Kuzma, when Bradley Beal is going to be back maybe next week, so enjoy Although Kyle Kuzma usually doesn't take that big of a hit without Beal. Had 21 points and 1 3. And Delon Wright, this is the guy we want to keep an eye on. If he gets 25 minutes, he's a must roster. Most nights he gets 15, 16. And 25 minutes with Delon Wright, he had 3 steals in a block. What a monster he is in fantasy category leagues, getting the defensive stats. So if you stream him, congratulations. If they got a good schedule, he's another guy that I want to stream. The next game is kind of weird. The Bucks beat the Atlanta Hawks, sure, 114-105. And when is the last time you see Giannis Antetokounmpo score 7 points? He did have 18 rebounds and 10 assists and a block, but this is just a weird game. He had 5 personal fouls as well. 7 points out of you got to go back to seasons ago to see him score 7 points. Brook Lopez had 20 rebounds, so someone's got to do the scoring. 20 points and 12 rebounds for him, and Drew Holiday went off 27 points with 3 threes, 2 steals, and 5 assists. Grayson Allen exited the game. Forgot injury So if Grayson Allen is out, Pat Connaughton probably gets a few more minutes. We could stream him, and Bobby Portis maybe gets a few more minutes. The thing is, Chris Middleton has been unhealthy all year. So Javon Carter maybe could come into the streaming territory, or Joe Ingles, who could still get you some assists and threes. Just don't know how it's going to play out if Grayson Allen is going to be out. But I probably just, stream Pat Connaughton if I'm looking for some threes and some rebounds and some points. For the Atlanta Hawks, DeAndre Hunter, the minutes is super high. We got to have him. But a lot of times he doesn't really provide much other than threes and points. But 9 rebound here is really good. John Collins, who's been playing fairly well, continues. Capella has been out for a while. What is his injury? What is Capella's injury? He's been out for like a week or 2 now. I thought it's right calf strain. Okay. He's projected to back in 2 games, so continue to ride Okongwu, who had 2 blocks and 9 rebounds here in 33 minutes. He can for sure get you 2 blocks if he averaged over 30 minutes. So that time is going to be over almost. It's kind of sad. Trae Young was out, had an illness. So Devontae Murray coming, not a good game. 4 for 16, only 5 assists without Trae. Since coming back from injury, he has not been good at all. A buy low, like maybe Devontae Murray, like Zach LaVine plus somebody for Devontae Murray. I think that's something that makes sense. Try it, But he might continue to struggle. Bogdanovic played 40 minutes, 22 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals, really good. He's a must roster as well. We look at the next game. The Boston Celtics beat the New Orleans Pelicans 114-125. The New Orleans Pelicans right now dealing with a lot of injuries. So Trey Murphy, Najee Marshall, these 2 guys, they are must rostered. I thought Larry Nance Jr. is gonna get. He was horrible. He was a minus 20. I thought he was, with Zion out, he might get 25 to 30 minutes. This is obviously a bad game. I would still stream Larry Nance Jr. and just see what happens. If you already got him, depend on their schedule. I wouldn't rush to just drop him. It's a really bad game from him, though. Najee Marshall and Trey Murphy, they just putting up numbers. Trey Murphy, the guy is just unbelievable. 63% from the field, had 3 steals and a block and 6 rebounds. He's a must roster. Najee Marshall, same thing. He's going to score. He's going to hit some threes. Valanciunas played just 23. This is just a weird game. Who did they play? Which big man did they play? Because Valanciunas played 23. And Larry Nance played 20. Jackson Hayes played 18. It was against the Celtics, so it's kind of tough to play certain matchups. For Valanciunas to just get cooked out there on the perimeter. CJ had 38 points, yes, with Zion, with Brandon Ingram out. He's going to take a larger offensive load. For the Celtics, Tatum played well, 31 points with 3 threes, 10 rebounds, and a steal. Jaylen Brown struggled the last game a little bit, and this game just came alive. 41 points and 12 rebounds with 3 threes. Not much else, had a block, no assist. But Jaylen, in terms of scoring this year, hitting threes been really good. The biggest problem with him is always being the free throw. Al Horford played 31 without Robert Williams, had 14. Yeah, 4 threes, good. Derek White played 30 minutes and Malcolm Brogdon played 25. Derek White's minutes he's been getting close to 30 minutes. That makes him interesting. A lot of the games he won't do much, and then the games you see 6 assists, 2 steals and block. That's pretty good. Somebody that depend on your team. If you're looking for some defensive stats and some assists, sure, he provided a unique combination of assists and blocks in category leagues. You don't really get a lot of guys like that. So sometimes if you're looking for those two, sure, you know, have Derek right on your roster. But again, the 30 minutes is not consistent, I feel like. The next game, the Indiana Pacers lost to the New York Knicks 113-119. Buddy Hield went off. Buddy Hield has been on a tear lately. 31 points again, 8 rebounds, a steal, no assists, hit 7 threes, took 15 threes. My God. And this game, Tyrese Halliburton exited the game. Hopefully it's not something serious. He's got a sore knee, huh? Interesting, he's got a sore knee. All right, let's see what happens. I think, did they have a game maybe tomorrow? So we'll see. He's listed as doubtful right now. So if he ends up missing some time, TJ McConnell is the guy that we want to have. My God, this guy just put up numbers: 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals, and 14 points. Really good. Andrew Nembhard, sure, we could have him if Tyrese Halliburton can be out for a couple games. Benedict Mathurin also gonna have some extra minutes. All the guards basically. And this game, Miles Turner also a late scratch. So we have James Johnson starting at the center, and then we have James Johnson. He only played 12 minutes, had 2 steals and a block. He's not fantasy relevant. We could potentially look at Isaiah Jackson to stream if Miles Turner end up missing more time. He might play 25 minutes. He might just go off with 6 blocks or something. Jalen Smith, 25 minutes. Yeah. I prefer Isaiah Jackson. I'm gonna stream Isaiah Jackson before I stream Jalen Smith. Buddy Hield should have a higher usage in the next couple games as well. And Chris Duarte, in the beginning of the season, he was getting 20 minutes. He got hurt. He came back, just never got the minutes back again. For the New York Knicks, RJ came back, played 41 minutes, and of course went 9 for 23. But had 27 points. That's good. 8 rebounds and 4 assists. The counting numbers looked okay. Just free throws sometimes, he's just really horrible. And Jalen Brunson, another great game. 34 points, 9 for 9. Played 41 minutes, 11 for 20 from the field. Him and Randall, both guys have been in the last month or two. I think especially with RJ out, RJ did come back this game. It's surprising to see he still took 20 field goals. So that's great stuff. Randall took just 12, but grabbed 16 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson did his thing, 9 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds with 5 steals and 2 blocks. What a monster game. He's a must roster. Just surprise you every once in a while with this kind of performance. 5 blocks is not surprising, but 5 steals out of Mitchell Robinson is surprising. Maybe they were doing a lot of lobs inside. 5 steals is very impressive. Quentin Grimes hit 4 threes. He's a must roster in my opinion. With RJ back, Emmanuel quickly you could still stream him, but he's not gonna get 35 minutes a game now. Quentin Grimes really good. 4 threes, 18 points with 2 steals. Very, very efficient. Won't hurt you anywhere. Love what he brings to the table. The next game, the San Antonio Spurs and the Grizzlies, surprisingly, was somewhat close. Keldon Johnson came back, and of course, 6 for 17 from the field. But 11 for 12 from the free throw line is really good. 24 points with 1 3. He's one of the best players on this team, fantasy players. Trey Jones got 30. That's great. Actually, Keldon Johnson getting 35 is great. Usually, sometimes a lot of the Spurs guys, they all get like 28, 29. Good to see him getting 30. Pirtle and Zach Collins, they are splitting the minutes. Pirtle had 6 offensive rebounds, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks. That's great. And Zach Collins grabbed 12 rebounds in 22 minutes. So some impressive stuff from these guys. Trey Jones had 6 assists and 3 steals and a block. A great game. And it's a high-scoring game, so a bunch of guys scored. Josh Richardson, you think with Devin Vassell out, he'll come in and play maybe close to 30? That's not the case. And Doug McDermott played 24. So still, most of the Spurs guys, Jeremy Sancha gets 28, right? Everybody's split in the minute. Romeo Langford starts, gets only 18, while Josh Richardson gets more minutes, right? Stanley Johnson also on the Spurs team. Interesting. For the Grizzlies, Ja Morant came back and just immediately put up a great game. 38 points with 3 threes. Good stuff. Ja, for him, it's more about the health. It's more about health. Whenever he plays, he put up really good counting numbers. Desmond Bain had 18 points with 4 threes, and Jaren Jackson Jr. had 21 points. Wow, in 10 shots, 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Sometimes I feel like Ja takes way too many field goals, 25 field goals again. He doesn't need to, you got so many weapons on this team. Obviously, if you take shots away from Dylan Brooks, that's fine. But Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bain, all these guys can score. And guys come off the bench. Tyus Jones, John Conchar. All these guys are good fantasy players as well. Steven Adams continued to play amazing. 18 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and 3 blocks. Amazing game from him again. So keep rostering him. Phoenix Suns beat the Warriors last game, a back-to-back, lost to Denver. It wasn't even close. Although Torrey Craig played well. Could not miss a shot, 16 points and 3 threes. Mikal Bridges, the starters, damn, look at the numbers. They're all pretty horrible. Bismack Biyombo played 15 minutes. Dario Saric played 26. Mikal Bridges played 30, had 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and nothing else. And Dwayne Washington Jr. took the most field goals on the team in 24 minutes. Had 8 points, hit 1 3, 5 assists is okay, and 2 blocks is nice. But he's a guy that we could also stream because everybody's out. Landry Shaman is out. We don't know if he's gonna play the next game. Damian Lee also we could have a streaming option, but too bad they already played their back-to-back. So from a schedule perspective, maybe you should look for somebody else. For Denver Nuggets, Jokic, played just 28, almost a triple-double again, but it was too easy for him against this Phoenix Suns team. Not really much to talk about because all the guys played really few minutes. Bruce Brown, thing that stands out is Bruce Brown, even with the full squad healthy, he's going to play around 25 to 30 minutes. So he still has streaming value if this Denver Nuggets got a good schedule coming up. And Aaron Gordon has kind of cooled off quite a bit. KCP continues to just doesn't miss from 3. Aaron Gordon went 4 for 4 again. For the season, he's still shooting close to 60%, which is crazy to see out of Aaron Gordon. The last game of the night, the Rockets lost to the Kings 115-135. Kevin Porter Jr. left the game with some type of injury. So Jalen Green come in and played 26 minutes out of him is 25 field goals to get 26 points. He's gonna have a higher usage with Kevin Porter Jr. out, but just be careful your efficiencies. He may destroy your efficiency. Jabari Smith got 9 rebounds, but his field goal remains to be sub 40 pretty much every time I look at it. With the steal, Eric Gordon played 28. This game wasn't close, so a lot of the guys I don't know why they played Jalen Green such high minutes when the game was out of control. I guess they need somebody out there. And Pro Şengün had a triple-double, impressive stuff in 28 minutes. We know Şengün can pass the ball, so not really that surprising. It's his first career triple-double. Hopefully he keep it up. With Kevin Porter Jr. out, maybe he gets a few more assists. Jay Shante played 19, and Kenyon Martin Jr. played 27 minutes, 9 for 13. So, I don't know if it's a blowout or if with Kevin Porter Jr. out, they're giving Kenyon Martin Jr. a few more minutes. But we know this guy can put up numbers, given 30 minutes a night. For the Kings, Sabonis, beginning of the season, he wasn't playing that well. Now he's just fully going off every single game. De'Aaron Fox had 24 points and 9 assists. Not bad. Keegan Murray get 34 minutes. The minutes is good. Against the Rockets, I expect more defensive stat out of them. Only 4 steals. Kevin Porter Jr. alone would donate 4 or 5, and same thing with Jalen Green. And that's it, guys. That's all the games. I'll see you next time.